Hey guys, Joe here. I just wanted to do a quick video for you guys to talk about upgrading your base. One of the biggest things with this type of game is the amount of time that you have to invest in it. And then of course, as you level up, each level gets progressively longer. You have more things that you have to upgrade. Probably one of the biggest factors that causes people to abandon these sorts of games. So I just kind of wanted to do a video that explains sort of the logic on how I do my upgrades, and maybe that will help some people feel a little bit less overwhelmed or less, oh my god, I'm sick of this, that sort of feeling. So right now I'm at 8. My town hall upgrade finished about 3 weeks ago. So I kind of have all my buildings laid out so that we can go through them. Now these two, of course, there's no upgrade. So when my headquarters finished, next thing I did, Squad Center, Research Lab first, period. In my opinion, the Planetary Command should immediately follow because there are troops involved with the Planetary Command that otherwise you won't be able to get. And then I went ahead and set somebody to work on the Armory right away because I really wanted the ATTE, but I do think it's important that some of your first upgrades you need to get, like Armory, Cantina, Heroes, one barracks, or that's not a barracks, one barracks, because that will give you access to additional troops that you didn't have before, potentially, that you also then need to research, which is why this one is first. But just having the research lab means you can now go ahead and research everything that you already had before. But if you get at least one of each, then you have access to everything. And at this point, with a level 8, you really do have access to just about everything, with the exception of 2 starships. And then the hero command as well. You unlock your last hero at level 8 with the rebels, so very important. Cantina, that one's super important at level 8 because you finally unlocked Twi'lek, who is like seriously one of the best troops in the game, hands down. The only downside that she has is that her range is a little short, and that's not even really the real downside. Is just that she takes so long to cook. It's like 5.5 minutes or something just to cook one. So then a lot of I have shields here, and then you can start to see some turrets. This was actually more incidental this time around because we'd done some wars, my storage just got full, and I was just sitting on full alloy, and I was having a hard time getting gold. So I was just kind of at the point where, like, rather than leave it in my storages so that I can get attacked and somebody just steals it, I'm just going to use it. And that's really why you see so much alloy-based upgrades in here. Then I started working on storages once I had, like, the 1 per. And as well, I got the transports are relatively important because that kind of is a part of being able to attack and get more loot. The trade ports, I think those are important to upgrade because it's a little bit different than alloy and credits. The contraband, you accumulate it in a different way and you kind of spend it in a different way as well. So that's why I kind of put those early, but it also gives them more health, which means a little bit harder for people to blow them up. Same here, the safe house, that one's going to be pretty important for this guy because your Droideka Sentinel and then also your Twi'lek upgrades are going to get pretty expensive. And here at level 8, with that Town Hall or Headquarters 8, this Sentinel platform you can take all the way to 30, which is ridiculous. Supposedly you can take it to 30. The math, if you actually look at the chart, the math doesn't really make sense because this thing will only take you to like 190 capacity, but then 26 through 30 of the Droideka Sentinel upgrades cost over 200,000, something like that. It doesn't make sense. Anyways, the Starship command, you don't get a new Starship at level 8. You just get 1 extra capacity, which is why I kind of waited as long as I did to do it. But I'm full of Starships, or at least I try to be whenever I do an attack. So I got my last transport. It's going to be the next thing I do. Right here, this is my break. And then, I have these walls are done, sort of the same reason this other alloy stuff was done. My droids are busy. They're all busy, and they've been busy forever. And my alloy was just full for like weeks. So I just started sinking it into walls whenever I got a droid free, and then I would set the droid on the gold upgrade. So next thing I'm going to do is my transport, and then I'm going to do the second upgrade on this guy, and then start working on these, which they have 3 because they go to level 5, I think, here with an HQ8, and then get my turrets knocked out, did my traps, and then I'll start hitting all of the little things, because like I already have one of these for the troop. There's no reason for me to do the second one until like there's nothing else pertinent. Same with the barracks. These guys, that's just not that important to me, because I mean, I hit the collect button on them all the time, sure, but most of the loot I get is going to come from attacks that I run. And then finally the walls, just because the walls is kind of a grind, and you know, it's pretty much, it comes down to you spend, you know, the last bit of your time you're upgrading walls and doing research, and that's pretty much that. The Dracula Sentinel is at level 7. My plan is to take it all the way up and you know, not do my headquarters 9 upgrade until I'm done with that guy. And then kind of the more like just quantifiable version of this. You know, I start here. This is like my first batch that I do. All the things where I need 1 so I can get research going, things like that. And then the next set is all going to be stuff to help me like get set up, doing my depots, doing my transports, doing the safe house, like all the storages. And then the next is going to be the contraband generators, and then all the turrets, followed by the traps, and then picking up all of the extra stuff. Now the cantina has 2 upgrades at 8. I did the first one so that I could get to Twi'lek, but the second one is just a capacity, and I don't ever fill up my cantina to capacity, which is why I don't have that second upgrade at the top, just because it doesn't generate an unlock for me. So yeah, so this is the first video, really kind of instruction, helpful sort of deal. I was kind of like making a list of things that I would want to do. If you guys have any ideas, you want to hit me up, let me know. You know, I'll see what I can do about putting it on the list and actually coming up with something decent to share with you guys. This is kind of what I have put together so far, and so I'll start trying to roll these out, maybe like once a day or once every other day. But if you guys like the video, I'd appreciate it if you could give me a like, or by all means provide me some feedback in the bottom, and hopefully we'll see you guys again soon. Thanks.